Hi and welcome to this lecture in our HubSpot free course here on YouTube. In this lecture, we're going to talk a little bit about importing contacts into HubSpot. There are different methods you can use to add contacts to your HubSpot CRM. When I say contacts, obviously I mean people, like individuals, right? Prospects and so on. And in this lecture here, we're going to focus on the easiest method for adding a contact to your HubSpot CRM, which is by manually creating a contact. So let's get to it. Okay. Now we can move forward and we can talk about adding contacts to our CRM, right? Which is one of the first steps in implementing a HubSpot account. So as you learned from the introduction here of this video, you know that there are different methods for adding contacts to our CRM, for, adding data to HubSpot, right? And the easiest one is by manually adding contacts. So this is what we're going to tackle in this lecture here. How do you manually create a contact inside HubSpot? You're going to click on where it says create contact and you're going to fill out this form. Just so that you know, every time you click on the orange button, create inside HubSpot, whether you're looking at a deal, a company, a contact, whatever, you're always going to see this form here, okay? And so essentially what you do is you fill out this form and then the contact gets created for you. I'm going to fill out this form with a fictional person here, okay? Just so that we see how this works. So I'm going to copy a fake email address that I created here just now. Sam Johnson at interestingcompany.com. This company doesn't actually exist, in case you're wondering. So let me just add the first name here. Now let me just add Johnson here as the last name. Okay, I'm copying from my second monitor. You can obviously just type it directly. For instance, here I can just go marketing manager. And let's just do phone number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, this doesn't exist. It's just a fictional person here. But notice that, in this case here, when I create a contact inside HubSpot, by default, I am going to be the person's contact owner. So as we learned about in the previous lecture, contact owner is someone in the team, one of your other HubSpot users who is responsible for that contact, right? By default, when you create a contact inside HubSpot, you are going to be the contact's owner, okay? That's why this popped up automatically here for me. When I click on where it says create, guess what? HubSpot creates the contact for me and redirects me to the contact profile page. And here you go, Sam Johnson, marketing manager. Here's Sam's email address, right? Now, if I click on where it says view all properties, I can see that some of these properties are already filled out by HubSpot by default. Now, let's just take a look at a few examples here. Let me just type create date. I created this contact just now, literally 1 minute ago. And so HubSpot, by default, HubSpot adds a date stamp to the property create date here. So when you create a contact manually, HubSpot will automatically fill out some properties for you. Why? These properties are important. Sometimes we want to use them in lists. For instance, I want to see all the contacts created by Talita, right? I can do this by using this property here as a filter for my list. Or I want to see all my contacts created last month. I can create this list based on create date as a property for filters. And we're going to talk about creating lists later on. But these data points are super important for many different use cases. Creating lists, sending emails, creating automation, creating reporting, right? And so, well, look, I created Sam here. I don't know Sam's country right now, so the property country is empty for Sam. If in a few weeks from now, let's say I find out that Sam lives in Spain, I can just go ahead and I can just simply type the word Spain inside the property country region. I can save this. So I create the contact, right? It doesn't mean that I cannot update the contact. It's actually the opposite. You're expected to update contacts as you learn information about them inside HubSpot, right? Anyway, this is how you create an individual contact inside HubSpot, right? This is the easiest way of adding data to HubSpot. It's manually creating an individual contact. Great, so in this lecture here, you learn how to manually create an individual contact inside your HubSpot CRM. Don't forget that, this is a very manual method, right? And sometimes you're not in the position to do so. You're not in the position to manually add, a large number of contacts into your HubSpot CRM. So what do you do then? Well, there are different methods you can use here. One method that is very suitable to you if you have a large database is importing a list of contacts using an import file. And this is what we're going to talk about in the next lecture of our HubSpot free course. Don't forget that all the lectures of our HubSpot free course are available inside a playlist here in my YouTube channel.